In this lecture, I'll discuss about lifting assembly to lift a precast panel using 4-point lift and a still procedure. Have a look at this video first. After this, I'll start my lecture. We notice at first glance in this video that this is a precast panel. There are two cranes. Lifting sockets are embedded in the precast panel at one short side and one long side. There is a vertical lift of a precast panel, and there is a tilting of the precast panel by an angle of 90 degrees, that is from horizontal position to vertical position. To create a lifting assembly, we need lifting sockets, lifting clutch with gear, eye hooks, wire rope sling with hard eyes, snatch block, bow shackle, wire rope sling with hard eyes at one end and the soft eyes at the other end. Let's create the lifting assembly. In this picture, starting from lifting sockets which are embedded in the precast panel at one long side and one short side, this is a lifting clutch with gear, this is the eye hook, this is wire rope sling with hard eyes, these are hard eyes, and this is snatch block with this is snatch block's shackle type. This is the bow shackle. Again, this is eye hook with safety latch. Here we have also the safety latch. This is again, this is wire rope sling with hard eyes at both ends. This is snatch block again. Again, this is bow shackle, and finally we have wire rope sling with hard eye at one end and soft eye at the other end. This is hard eye and this is soft eye. Finally, this is the crane hook. For precast panel, if this lifting socket has a design demand, safe working load demand of 5 tons, let's suppose this lifting socket has a design demand of 5 tons. SWL stands for safe working load. Then followed by this lifting clutch. It will have safe working load capacity greater than or equal to 5 tons. Let's move forward. After this lifting clutch, we have eye hooks. Eye hooks, this will have the same. Then we have wire rope sling with hard eyes. Again, we will have for this snatch block, because this lifting sling and this sling have 5 tons capacity, so this snatch block will have safe working load equal to or greater than 10 tons. This sling and this sling is doubling the load at this support. Then bow shackle, again we will have greater than or equal to 10 tons. For this eye hook, again safe working load capacity ten tons. Let's move forward. For this wire rope sling with hard eyes, safe working load capacity greater than or equal to 10 tons. Now for this snatch block, safe working load capacity shall be greater than or equal to 20 tons. For this bow shackle, safe working load capacity shall be greater than or equal to 20 tons. For this wire rope sling with hard eye at one end and soft eye at the other end, safe working load capacity shall be equal to or greater than 20 tons. This is crane hook. So this is the complete picture for precast panel. These are lifting sockets and this is the lifting assembly. This lifting assembly is attached to the crane hook at one end and to the longer edge of the panel at the other end. We have two lifting assemblies because we have to tilt this precast panel by an angle of 90 degrees. So we will have 8 lifting sockets, 4 at the longer edge and 4 at the shorter side. So one lifting assembly will be attached to the crane hook at with the crane hook or the first crane and the longer edge of the precast panel, while the second lifting assembly will be attached to the second crane hook and the shorter side of the precast panel. Before doing exercise of lifting and tilting at the site, we must first establish the lifting and tilting procedure on the paper. We have to create schematic views at various angles. We have to calculate the required lengths of the slings so that the lifting and tilting can be done easily at the site. We have to analyze, we have to calculate the forces and the demand forces in the lifting sockets. And based on that demand forces, the safe working load capacity of all items will be calculated. So how will we do it all of this on the paper? Let's do it. In this schematic view, we can see a trailer fitted with a shaped steel frame. This is the precast panel in the gray color. The crane 1 is attached to the longer edge of the precast panel, while crane 2 is attached to the shorter side of the precast panel. Now crane 1 will lift the panel vertically in upward direction. As the panel is lifted up vertically to a certain height, the crane 1 will lock its position, and after this crane tool will start to pull the hook in upward direction. As the crane to hook goes up, the tilting of the panel will start, and as you can see in the stage number 2, the crane number 1 is at the same position with respect to its previous stage, while the crane to hook is moved up with respect to the previous stage, and the tilting of the panel is achieved by an angle of 12 degrees. Now this is the third stage. The crane to hook is further moved up and the tilting is done. It's achieved by an angle of 45 degrees. This stage number 4, the crane to hook is further moved up and the tilting is achieved by an angle of 67 degrees. And this is the final stage where the crane to hook has attained the vertical position of the panel, and all of the load is transferred on the crane number 2. Moving forward, this is the same schematic view as the previous one, but with the addition of dimensions to the slings. This is very necessary because we have to do this before going to the manufacture of the lifting assembly. Moving forward, this is the schematic view number 3. We have done the structural analysis of all of the stages to find out to analyze and find out the forces in the slings. As you can see, we have computed the forces and reflect in this schematic view. This is panel stage number 3. The panel is tilted by an angle of 45 degrees and the computed forces are reflected here. And likewise, this is stage number 4. The panel is tilted by an angle of 67 degrees and the computed forces from the structural analysis are reflected in the schematic view. This is stage number 5. Now, moving forward, this is the final schematic view. This is a horizontal position, this is 45 degree angle position, and this is 90 degree position, vertical position. All of the slings with the dimensions and the forces are reflected in this schematic view. In this schematic view, this is crane number 1 with lifting assembly attached to the longer edge of the precast panel. This is crane number 2 with lifting assembly attached to the shorter side of the shorter edge of the precast panel. All of the items of the lifting assembly are mentioned here with their names and the safe working load capacities. So this is the final picture what we have to achieve on the paper before going to the manufacture of the lifting assembly. We have to provide all of this information to the crane operator and the crane rigger. We have to do all of this exercise homework before we go to the site for the safe lifting operations. Otherwise, if we act blindly or don't do any homework or exercise on the paper first, any accident or disaster may occur. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe and like our channel for more upcoming and interesting videos. This is it. Thank you for watching this video.